Hi, welcome to Lanas y Ovillos. My name is Alba, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a blanket with the sunburst granny square. In this tutorial you will learn how to make each square, how to join the squares and how to block the squares, and how to make the edge of the blanket. If you are new in this channel, if you like this video, remember to click on the bell and subscribe to receive the notifications of all my new videos. Remember that you can find this pattern, this written pattern, in my website. You can find a link on the description below, and you can also find in my website hundreds of crochet, knitting and amigurumi free patterns. Let's go now with the materials and the step-by-step. To make this blanket, the size of the blanket is 80 centimeters per 1 meter and 20 centimeters. I used 1,200 grams of this, the cotton L from the brand Casasol. Here you can see the specifications of this material. Make a slip knot and make a chain 4. Make a slip stitch in the chain number 1 to make a circle, and start with the chain 3. You have to make in the circle 16 double crochet, counting the chain 3 as the first double crochet. So you have to make in the circle 16 double crochet. Once you have the 16 double crochet, you have to make a slip stitch with the third chain. Then cut the yarn, place the new color, and you have to start now a row where you have to make 16 half double crochet puff stitch. And then make yarn over, take the yarn, yarn over, take the yarn. You have to repeat this 5 times. In this case you only have to make it 4 times because you have the chain 2 at the beginning. Then close all the loops together and chain 1 to close this stitch. On the following space you have to repeat yarn over, take the yarn, 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 and yarn over, take the yarn. You have the 5 parts on the hook. You have to close all the loops together, then close the stitch with a chain, and then repeat the same to the end. You have to repeat the same to have 16 half double crochet puff stitches. Now cut the yarn, change the color again, and you have to make a chain 3, and then you have to start a 5 double crochet bubble stitch. Count the first chain 3 as the first double crochet. Continue with a double crochet. You don't have to finish this double crochet. Continue with another double crochet. You don't have to finish it. Another double crochet. You don't have to finish it. Make the 5th double crochet. You don't have to finish it, and you have to finish all the stitches together. Then you have to close this stitch with a chain 1 and make a chain 1. Now on the following space you have to make another bubble stitch. Remember, make a double crochet, you don't have to finish it. Another double crochet, you don't have to finish it. Another double crochet, don't finish it, and repeat the same to have 5 double crochet. And then you have to close all the double crochet together. Close the stitch and make a chain 1 to separate one stitch of the other. Repeat another 5 double crochet bubble stitch. Make the 5 double crochet, close all the stitches together, close the stitch and chain 1. This is what you have to repeat to have 16 bubble stitch and a chain 1. Make a slip stitch, cut the yarn and place the new color. You have to start with a chain 3, on this space you have to make 2 treble crochet, counting the first chain 3 as the first double crochet, you have a group of 3. Then on the following chain 1 space you have to make 3 double crochet, continue with 3 half double crochet, continue with 3 double crochet, and now we have to make one corner. To make the corner you have to make 3 treble crochet, chain 2, and in the same space to complete the corner make 3 treble crochet. Now continue on the other side with 3 double crochet, continue with 3 half double crochet, three double crochet, and another corner with 3 treble crochet, chain 2 and 3 treble crochet. This is what you have to repeat to the end. And once you are at the end, you have to complete the first corner with 3 treble crochet, chain 2, and you have to make a slip stitch with the chain 3, and you finish the granny square. You can add another row of the basic technique of the granny square if you want. In my case, I'm going to block the squares. To block the squares, I will use this granny blocker. I'm going to wet the granny squares with water and some natural soap. Let dry the granny squares. I will leave some space in between of the granny squares to let it dry. And once I blocked all the granny squares, I'm going to join the granny squares with the crochet hook. I'm going to join the squares. I'm going to place the yarn and making a slip stitch. I'm going to join every stitch of one square with every stitch of the other square. Take the bottom loop of one stitch on one side and the bottom loop of the same stitch of the other side. And make one slip stitch. Repeat the same on the following stitch. Take the bottom loop of one stitch and the bottom loop of the same stitch of the other square and make a slip stitch. This is how you have to join the granny squares, taking the bottom loop of one stitch and the bottom loop of the same stitch of the other side and make a slip stitch. This is how you have to join all the granny squares. Now I'm going to join the following two granny squares, repeating the same, taking the bottom loop of one stitch with the bottom loop of the same stitch of the other square. And continue joining the squares like this. Once you made all the vertical lines, you have to make the same with the horizontal lines. Place the yarn again. In my case, I join to this space. Once you arrive at the middle of 4 granny squares, you have to make the last slip stitch. Then chain 1, pass over the
previous line of slip stitches and continue making slip stitches on the following square. This is how you have to make the crossings of the joins of the granny squares. Once you joined all the squares, now I'm going to make an edge of double crochet. You have to chain 3 and make 1 double crochet on each stitch of the sides of the blanket, 1 double crochet on each stitch of the sides, Once you arrive at the corner, you have to make 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet to make the corner, continue making double crochet to the other corner. Once you arrive at the space in between of 2 double crochet, you have to make 1 double crochet on the chain 2 space, 1 double crochet on the slip stitch and 1 double crochet on the chain 2 space. And remember, once you arrive at the other corner, you have to make 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet in the same space. In my case, I made only 1 row of double crochet. If you want to make another row of double crochet to make the edge bigger, you can make a chain 3 and continue making 1 double crochet on each double crochet.
Well, that's all. I hope you like it. Remember to subscribe and click on the bell. This tutorial is really easy, but you can find the written pattern in my website. You can find the link on the description below. And as always, thank you for watching. Click on the bell and subscribe, and see you on the next video.